What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a warm one here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the beer shed getting ready to check out a new beer. Now, the beer I have today is called Little Buddy, and this is from the Hopewell Brewing Company out of Chicago, Illinois. So I'd like to say shout out to the Ginger Yeti. I'm pretty sure that's who gave me this one. If it's not, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it was a Yeti. I'm not sure where he got it, but it's kind of neat. This is a little 8-ounce can. Now, for those of us of a certain age, some of us grew up drinking little pony bottles. I actually remember the first beer I ever drank that wasn't like a sip of my dad's or something, was cutting through the cemetery behind St. Bartholomew's, a school where I went to grade school. I was probably about, I don't know, maybe 8th grade, and some older kids were maybe 7th grade, might even been younger than that, because I think they still went to school with me, and we stopped at 8th grade at St. Bart's. We're in the cemetery with a case of Busch Light ponies. And I remember cutting through the cemetery with one of my friends, Ronnie, and the older kids said, "Hey, what's up?" We were talking to them, and they offered us a couple of the ponies, and I think we had one or two, and that was it. We were on our way, but it was the first time I'd ever seen the little cans. They used to be quite popular back in the day. I know they still exist now, but you see them less and less. So this is kind of a welcome throwback for me and probably a lot of other older guys that are used to seeing these things. So this here is just a Helles lager. It's pretty simple. It says that it's 4.2% ABV. I couldn't find anything on the IBUs. It does fairly well. It gets a 3.53 on Untappd and 3.7 on Beer Advocate, so pretty decent ratings for this little guy. And I'm pretty sure this is just supposed to be like a, kind of like a session lager type thing. Just give it a sniff. The Yeti and Rajay have put me on to doing the nose now before the color, which I suppose makes sense because the scents could disappear. So, what does this little guy smell like? Kind of just like a nice bready malt, maybe a little faint sweetness to it or something, but it smells pretty good. I'm a fan of Helles lagers, to be honest. If I had to choose one beer style to have forever, it'd probably be Helles, because it's pretty simple, non-offensive, and probably any day of the week I could drink it. I love big imperial stouts. I love sours. I love all kinds of different styles of beer, but sometimes you get burned out. You can only drink so many stouts or sours in a row, or something like a Helles. I don't know. I think you could drink infinite Helles and it wouldn't really bother you. The style would, it might be a little boring, but you could fancy it up with some other stuff. I usually put fruit and stuff like this. Color, it's got a nice color to it. It's just kind of like a pale gold, maybe like a 4 or 5. Had a decent white head on there. You still have a bit of it hanging around. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, decent looking beer. Let's give it a taste. Fairly light body on this. It's decent. Got to savor this more because we only have 8 ounces. Can't drink it too much. It'll be done before I'm halfway through. Flavors, I think you kind of get the bready malt again. It almost reminds me of maybe like a nice honey wheat bread or something like that. You get a little bit of bitterness at the end, like the hop finish. It's slightly bitter. It's not over the top at all, but it does counterbalance that light bready sweetness. And I think you get maybe like a little bit of an herbal or grassy thing in there as well that kind of gives it a little bit of flavor. It's pretty solid. It's funny, when I was looking at the reviews, I think it said Untappd 3.53, Beer Advocate 3.7. I think somebody on Beer Advocate said, in an age with so many milkshake stouts and sours and all these different types of styles, or milkshake IPAs, and all these different styles, sometimes it's nice to have a throwback to the simpler days, and I kind of think that that's what this is. This is supposed to be obviously a smaller beer. Maybe if you're having something else and you want this to go with it, or I don't know, maybe there's a situation where you can't have a regular size beer, so you go for the 8s. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I dig it for the nostalgic kind of small can size, and on top of it, the beer is pretty solid. So for me, Little Buddy from Hopewell Brewing, you get a big thumbs up. I would drink quite a few of these if I had them. I think it's a nice beer. This would go well. It's a warm day today out here. Perfect beer for a day like this. So big thumbs up for the brewery. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you tried Little Buddy? I noticed when I was looking on Untappd, I think the Ginger Yeti had it. Wayne from Bucks County Beer Reviews. Shane from Shane's Craft Beer Reviews. I think Drew from Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. And there might have been one or two other guys. I think like maybe 5 or 6 of the guys I know had tried this already, and everybody seemed to like it. And I concur. Solid little beer. Hey, till next time. Cheers.